I'm Rose Tyler reporting to you from Torchwood News. We have breaking news that there is a zombie outbreak occurring right here in North Carolina. We do know the symptoms, and the following symptoms of being a zombie or zombieism are as following: loss of speech or motor skills, jerky movements, gray skin, eating flesh, grunting or growling, long shuffling movements of the feet, and jerky movements. If you know anyone who has these symptoms or obtaining these symptoms, we advise you to stay away from them. Now, we have live footage from the attack going on right now, and we are going to bring you to this live footage to show you the grand scale of how big this outbreak is in North Carolina. Prion is causing this disease. We will have a protein specialist by the name of Martha Foster come and explain to us what a prion is, what translation and transcription is, and how the organelle are involved. We will then have an epidemiologist by the name of Carla Winsel come on and explain to us what could be causing this prion, either a virus, bacteria, fungi, or a protist. We will now go to you, Martha.
Hello, this is Marie Foster, and I'm here from the International Protein Research Center. I was asked here today to explain to the audience the process in which these prions affect the body in the uprising zombie disease. First off, I will explain to you what a prion is. The prion is basically just a misfolded protein located in the Golgi apparatus within the cell. These proteins, when not misfolded, are called PRP proteins that allow communication concerning the cell organelle. To further express how regular PRP proteins are developed, one must first understand how DNA ties into the process. DNA is basically just the body's blueprints. Everything, down to the smallest portion of our cells, is created through DNA instruction. The DNA is transformed into proteins by messenger RNA that enters the cell nucleus where the DNA is located. The messenger RNA attaches to the DNA strands that have been split by the RNA polymerase. The messenger RNA creates a translation of the DNA and leaves the nucleus traveling to the ribosomes. In the ribosomes, the messenger RNA is converted to tRNA, which then creates proteins. The proteins are transported to the Golgi apparatus within the cell, which fold in long chains of proteins to the proper shape. However, prions are misshapen proteins. Even though this seems like such a small mutation, it has an extreme impact on the function of a cell. Concerning the theory that the prions are created due to the genetic mutation where the ribosomes create the prions, the sodium-potassium pumps will receive the wrong instruction from the proteins. This will cause them to basically malfunction, which disrupts the equilibrium of the cell. This will also lead to the imbalance of ions within and without the cell. This is life-threatening to the cell and to the host because the ions are responsible for the messages transported to the nerve cells. Active transport will potentially shut down passive transport, and that will eventually malfunction and not allow water to enter and exit the cell. Due to this, the cell will eventually burst and die. The current and most accepted theory is that the Golgi bodies are responsible for the misfoldings of the proteins. This theory is easy to understand when it affects just one person, but what myself and my fellow colleagues are baffled by is how it's affecting so many people in such a small amount of time. With further collaboration with other scientists, we should hopefully have a respectable estimate as to what is causing the widespread outbreak before time runs out.
Hi, my name is Carla Wenzel and I am an epidemiologist specialist from Rayford, North Carolina. I specialize in studying infectious diseases. I'm here to discuss why a protein may be folding incorrectly in the Golgi body in the process of protein synthesis. Now, some theories are that bacteria, fungi, and protists cause the issue, but they cannot get into the cell and have no direct access to the DNA, therefore they cannot alter the DNA and cause it to misfold. Now, we believe that the viruses are causing the prion based on the research that they can actually enter the cell and travel into the nucleus to make replicas of themselves. Viruses are the best plausible cause because they force their way into the cell and into the nucleus to make normal DNA and virus DNA through insertion. The virus takes its DNA and inserts it into the normal DNA to start creating replicas so that they can infect other cells. In this theory, the virus has inserted its information, so the wrong information is sent to the Golgi body, meaning the protein will receive the wrong information and fold the wrong way, thus causing the prion. The Golgi body is not actually being tampered with, and the virus, or the pathogen, is an infectious disease, so they could spread through the mouth or nose most commonly, so let's say a sneeze, breathing hard, a cough, or even a bite. Possible cures may be an antiviral medication given, but this would only stop the creation of new virus replicas and leave the ones already made. Giving a vaccine, however, would help to prevent the spread of the virus because the body would already have the information from the virus, so the white blood cells could build immunity and help fight off infection.
Thank you, Maria and Carla, for coming down here today. From the epidemiologist and protein synthesis specialist, we have learned that the prion in misfolded protein is most likely being caused by a virus. What happens is this virus tricks its way into the cell and may lay dormant for years or generations once it is entered. However, once it is awakened, it tricks the nucleus into making not only normal DNA, but viral DNA as well. Once this happens, protein synthesis will go on as normal, except for when it reaches the step that involves the Golgi body, which is responsible for folding the protein. Once the Golgi body catches a hold of a viral DNA, it creates the misfolded protein, or the prion. From this information, I have concluded that the prion is being caused by a virus that is laid dormant for years or generations, and once awakened, creates the disease zombieism, which is caused by a prion. Now, this disease is known as an infectious disease, or a disease that can be spread from person to person or animal to human. This disease is being spread either by sneezing, possibly, or when the zombie bites its victim, the disease is automatically transferred over. Okay, so we'll just a possible cure for this disease, or zombieism, is a vaccine. This vaccine will be created by getting a strand of the viral DNA or virus and taking small dosages and injecting it into people who have not yet had zombieism, so they will never, ever get it and end up like the people you've seen in the live footage showed earlier. Now, we thank you here at Torchwood News for tuning in to the morning news. Please tune back in at 11 p.m. for Torchwood's nightly news. Once again, I'm Rose Tyler, and thank you for watching.